So, Liz, as the director of marketing operations here at Steelhead Productions Exhibit Happy, in your opinion, like what is the biggest misconception that companies have about creating a successful trade show, exhibit, booth, event environment and
Yeah,
experience?
yeah. I would say like the biggest myth or maybe the biggest hang up I think most people have is just that a successful booth just has to be beautiful, right? That's the whole point is like it has to look really good. And I think we try to teach our audience and even our clients that a great booth isn't just something that people look at, it's something that people have to engage with and then
Right.
ultimately remember your brand by, right? Like we're big on like being memorable. So of course, the design matters, like, the aesthetics, you want it to, like, reflect your brand, but a beautiful booth will only take you so far. A successful trade show, it has to be intentional, you wanna support, yes, your company goals at the end of the day. You can talk to the right people, make conversations easier. Think about your team there too, right? Like, make sure that your on-site team can tell, like, a clear story.
Yeah. It's interesting that you say that because I remember when we were exhibiting last year, there was a booth that was adjacent to ours. Do you know which one I'm thinking of? And it was the hats and
Yeah,
the slings. And like their infrastructure really wasn't much to write home about. But like
yeah,
I had such a great experience with the engagement they were offering and how
yeah,
awesome their people were that it
yeah.
like completely sticks in my head, and it didn't kick off with a beautiful environment.
No, it was like, they had like a cool backdrop, but that was about it. It was like, like, they do, and then their team themselves is just like so fun.
It was awesome, that's such a good point. Okay,
Yeah.
so question number 2, what does the exhibit happy, so our approach, mean for companies that want to have a better trade show experience in general?
Yeah, so Exhibit Happy, I would say for people who aren't familiar with us, we're all about making the entire experience better, right? Not just your exhibit. So we always say, trade shows should be fun, not frustrating. But at the end of the day, trade shows are super stressful, There are deadlines you got to think about, budgets, logistics, your own brand standards, your sales goals. So it's like a lot of different people are depending on all of this to go really smoothly. So making sure you have the right partner is
Yeah.
essential. So for us, Exhibit Happy isn't just about, a beautiful booth. It's about reducing all that friction. And to be honest, it's reducing stress that our clients feel. So yeah, so we're thinking about not only their brand, but who they're going to speak to. Again, their own on-site sales team, making sure that their marketing campaign is coming out in their environment. And then also what happened after the show. Are we
Yeah,
setting them up for success at the ultimate goal, right? To talk to their people and their audience after and making sure
yeah.
that they hit their goals.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think about how many months of relationship it takes to pull off the projects.
Uh,
So, yes, when someone is vetting a new supplier and they're looking at a quote and they're looking at a design, those two things are very important, but it's also critical to get to know the team that you'll be working with for
yeah.
months on end on all of those details that you were just talking about to ensure that there's some sort of like synergy because it would suck to have 4 months of stress and tension, but a beautiful booth at the end, but the headache of getting from point A to point B, right?
Yeah. And I think it's like the headaches that people always like remember, right? It's like your experience. Again, we always talk about experiences being memorable, but it's like your vendor experience is also like so important. I love a recent case study we did. It was with SMA America, one of our clients. And that's all like they mentioned, they're like dealing with like early arrivals, late nights, last minute edit, and it's just like kind of a headache for them, made it experience just not enjoyable. But what they talked about when they started working with us was like they spoke about their peace of mind, right? And it's like, oh my gosh, like how invaluable is that, right? Their
Right.
whole team talked about reduced anxiety, better communication, being able just to show up, right? Okay, here's the keys to your exhibit. Enjoy, right? And they're like, wait, we don't have to worry about all these little details that we had to
Yeah.
do. So yeah, so people who aren't familiar with this, I would say that's what exhibit happy means. It's like we're
Yeah.
helping brands show up with confidence, clarity, and overall just like less stress.
Yeah. Less stress. Something we're all looking for in the event